No, I didn't go to any.
Honestly, whoever was tweeted about Perry doing like something.
Broke some ankles, yeah.
Matchup between your SIUE Cougars and the visiting Maryville Saints. First, the starting lineup for the visiting Maryville Saints. Starting on right wing, number 16, Matt Berkemeyer.
Face it
Starting
toward
at
the
center, number
center
19,
ice.
Matt Simoncelli. Starting on left wing, number 11, Alex Kohler. Starting on right defense, number 14, Phil Kimmer.
They're doing the starting lineups, like film the dudes. Right now it's pointed out that way.
And starting at goal, number 35, Scout Stock.
That's not.
Oh, wait, it's,
That's way.
yeah, it's behind. Never mind.
Starting on right wing, number 73, Lucas Tucker. Starting at center, number 2, Joe Watson. Starting on left wing, number 16, Christian Perry. Starting on right defense, number 19, Kane Hinson. Starting on left defense, number 27, Chris Wagner. And starting at goal, number 31, Justin Nosser. And now we would all stand and rise to the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome, folks, to tonight's game between your SIUE Cougars and the visiting Maryville University. This is Game 2 of the two-game set this weekend. Before both teams head off to winter break, little crosstown rival, at least a little rivalry getting built up as it's Maryville's second year in operation. And the Cougars win a draw as number 16 for Maryville is trying to fix his helmet, and he's going to go off for a change. And puck goes out of play. We'll have a face-off in the Maryville zone. We're going to need some new lights on the scoreboard. We can't tell how much time's left, although we know it's only been 8 seconds into this tilt. Looks like Watson's going to take the draw for the Cougars. The Cougars coming off of a 5-4 victory last night over Maryville. If they could get this second game here right before winter break, head into the break with some momentum, and hope to continue that in the second half of the year. Here it comes, Maryville. They're going to dump it in. Justin Nosser, your starter for SIU, is going to stop it behind the net. Try and leave off for Kane Henson. Henson rings it around to Perry, and they look to break out.
How's it going there, Kitch? Welcome back, everybody. Last night, of course, SIUE was victorious after falling down 3-0 in the first period. Luke Clevenger here, hold on, standing up across the blue line. Maryville makes an attempt, but quickly thinks better of it. Going up the other way now is Lucas Tucker across the blue line. He's going to try a drop pass over to Perry. Shot, save made, right in the 5-hole there. As I rifle through my papers. As always, over there doing the PA announcing, so sometimes you have to, catch up, so to speak. Scout Stock Up in net tonight. As I was saying, last night SIUE got down to a disappointing 3-0 deficit after the first period. I know many people, myself included, were not happy with that, but they managed to find a victory anyway after now a shot by number 44. That's Philip Kohleberg. But they found a way to get it. Going into the season, Coach Nick Edwards, backhanded shot wide of the net, and they're going to play it now back up to Philip Kohleberg on the near point, up and down the near boards. And it's going to be centered now. Little stick handle move. Shot. Scores! Blink Techmasian nets the first one and makes it 1-0 SIUE Cougars.
It's a great play. That's just all pressure so far by the Cougars. His first minute and a half. Tack got a great pass out of the corner, and he had all the time in the world. He could just go. He had a man on the back door. He had so many options. The goalie had to play the shooter, but had to play deep, and that just gave Techmasian all kinds of room, and he just got it past the Maryville Tandy for an early 1-0 lead. It's a lot better start than what they had last night.
Absolutely. Nick Edwards earlier in the season said we're just going to have to take wins and however they come to us. And, that's exactly what they had to do last night. I don't think many people were happy with the way they played the first period, but you're gonna have those, especially when you don't play for a while. Hold on, 2-on-1 coming the other way, poked across the line, and it's going to be whistled dead for offside. But, you got to take victories however they come. And if you don't play for 3 weeks, I think it was at the time, you're going to be very rusty, especially in a team that, they feel they should beat here in Maryville.
Yeah, a lot of times you might struggle in a game that you might be expected to win. But that's a sign of a good team, a sign of a strong character in a team, is even if you're having a bad game or you're not playing up to expectations, you can find a way to win. That really it goes a long way in the locker room. It's a big confidence builder for the boys.
Now a centering pass, dropped over, and now up along the far boards, played up over the blue line now. Carried up across and shot into Nasser. He'll cover it up right into the breadbasket.
Good save by Noss there on that short angle chance. He had the right-handed shot coming down the wing. He took it on his backhand, just kind of limited his options. Nosser was there to stay square and take it right in the chest.
And so I wanted to highlight number 11, Alex Kohler. Last night he had 2 goals for the Maryville Saints. He only had 1 goal on the year so far, but he scored 2 last night in the opening third of the game. It really looked to have a nice night last night. It'll be interesting to see what he does tonight to follow it up, as the Cougars seem to be firing on all cylinders early here in the game. They're going to play it up into the neutral zone, poked forward by Kane Henson, played over to number 63. Marshall moved up. It's been a while since I've called a game here. I'm sorry, man. Whew.
I hear you. I feel like it's been about a month since I walked in the arena.
For real, though. So we're playing up it's centering pass. Backhanded pass up over to Trevor Daly. Daly plays it over to Zerlini. Loses control of it, plays it out, now into the neutral zone. That'll be grabbed over by Chris Wagner. Wagner plays it up, and it's going to get lost control of by Tyler Smith at the blue line, and now played up into the roof, and that'll be whistled dead. Go ahead. I
was going to say, it looks like Smith is playing a little bit more confidence. We saw him earlier in the year, and he kind of, the awareness just maybe wasn't there. You never really question his effort, but sometimes he would look a little lost out there. I think just in that first shift, he was getting at the puck, and he was where you wanted him to be and forced the turnover and a face-off in the offensive zone.
I think it was about a month and a half ago or so. I talked to him over the scorer's booth, and he was chomping at the bit to get back into some games, and I think he's impressed to the point. I mean, obviously he's in the lineup tonight, so.
Yeah, and it's the speed you got to get acquainted with, and that's good for him. If you're behind, you don't know exactly what to expect. You might get overwhelmed a little bit in your first couple of weeks of action, but it looks like he's kind of it's like catching. You see fastballs for the first part of your career, and you can't catch up to them. But then once your eyes get acquainted to it, and you get aware of what all is going to happen at what speed and where you need to be, it's a little bit easier to catch up to that fastball. So I think he's doing well.
It's something similar to, not that I've played at this level, but I certainly called at this level. The first game I called at SIUE, I was not prepared for the speed. I had only called MVCHA games to that point. And, it develops a lot quicker, but at the end of the day, it's just getting adjusted to the speed because the game stays more or less the same. It just ramps up in speed and difficulty.
Yeah, the speed and there's a little bit more flow in this game as opposed to like you get in MVCHA. You might find one player he has the puck the entire time. You might only have to learn like 3 names on a roster.
Yeah,
because they're just going to touch the puck and do whatever they need to do.
And so Maryville playing the puck in their offensive zone. That'll be played over to Rainbolt. Rainbolt has pressure put on him by the Cougars in the far corner. Played up over along the near boards, up across the blue line. Good move put on there by Christian Perry. He loses control of it, but he'll still enter the puck into the offensive zone. Played up and down around the near corner now. Pressure put on there well by the Saints. It'll be walked away now by Bryce Simon. Simon forward to Perry. Perry back to Simon, but the Saints will take control of it. They'll play it up and whistle dead. Looks like a hand pass call. And we'll have a face-off coming up here with 15:04. Now I'm told the they had a circuit break in the circuit breaker trip in the scoreboard, so it's not exactly readable. So I have to turn my head to the other scoreboard than the one I'm used to.
Yeah, it looks like Braille up there right now. I don't know. Not very good with that.
No, I can't say I can read Braille.
Luckily, we have a second scoreboard we can kind of turn to.
Yeah, I feel like that second scoreboard has helped me out more than its fair share.
Head on a swivel, just like when you're out on the ice.
Dumped in now, hands up for offside, but no sir. As the Saints grab the puck into the neutral zone. Excuse me, they're going to dump it up over. That's D'Lo. D'Lo plays it forward. It'll be grabbed by Nasser. Nasser plays it over to his own man. Up. Hit across over to Simon. Simon up along the neutral zone. He's going to step across the blue line. Oh, good moves put on there by Blake Takmazian. He's eventually going to have the puck put away from him, but he tried to stick handle on the phone booth, and it worked. About 3 out of 4 of the moves worked, I would say. But hey, you know what? 75%, that's a C. C's get degrees.
C's get degrees. That's my motto.
Saints will dump the puck into the offensive zone. That'll be quickly fielded by the Cougars up into the far corner. Played up and down the far boards.
There we go.
As Kane Hinson applies pressure, he's going to clear the puck into the neutral zone. 1-0 your score. Shots on goal 6-2 in favor of the SIUE Cougars. 13.5 to go in the first period. His centering pass there by Maryville can't quite find anybody. There was a man behind the net, but nobody else really in the zone. As now the Cougars step up across the blue line. They're going to keep it in. Hands up for offside. No, they aren't.
That play by Nasser, he needs to be a little bit more aware. He does a good job of getting behind the net, but at the same time, he needs to know what's going on in front of him so he can make the play accordingly. If there's a guy, if he has a man, then he can leave it. If he has pressure, he can throw it around the boards. He kind of got crossed up, and they almost had an opportunity there.
Here we go, up across the blue line. That's Drew Paris. He's going to find a man. No, he can't. He was looking for Trevor Daly, but Daly couldn't. The pass just couldn't make it to him. That was a decent attempt, though. Now the Cougars are attempting to get back on the attack here. So a hard whack at the puck will lead the puck to roll back over to Justin Nasser. Cougars trying to break it out of their defensive zone now. I perhaps spoke too soon on the Cougars trying to get back on the attack. There's a dump. It's going to go all the way down. Waved off for icing. So no icing coming with 12.5 minutes to go. As the Saints will set up behind the net.
Oh, nice break.
Oh, great grab there. Pass, shot. Oh, it's going to find a leg, and it's going to roll towards the Maryville Saints. Saints up across the blue line, across the red line into their offensive zone. They're going to lose the puck, waved off for offsides, but they are finding all sorts of weird places for the puck to go out of play tonight. Let me tell you. That one hit the top of the warmers here.
Oh, we're definitely back in East Alton, and pucks are flying out of play again. I swear, it's every time we're here, there's at least 5 pucks that are flying over the glass in
You ever,
general admission area.
you ever go to a different rink and you see the nets in front of the stands where innocent bystanders are sitting? You go, oh, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah. But you know what? It gives the game a little
Gives the game character.
a little intensity. Hey, you not only do you have to watch the game, you got to get the heck out of the way, and the puck's coming at you.
It's fully interactive hockey viewing experience, right?
Yeah.
That's what your $5 gets you here.
Yeah.
All right. You pay what? You pay $30, $40 for the Blues tickets. You don't get that. Hold on now. Christian Perry finds some space. Shot. It's going to redirect off the skate of Joe Watson and in 2-0 Cougars.
Yeah, it's just pretty passing right there. I think Tucker had a couple options on the back door. I think Watson, got a stick on it and put it in the empty net. Maryville netminder is just committed to that far post, and there's nothing really he could do there. It was a good pass by Tucker, and just guys left all alone. Multiple guys left all alone on the back door, and that's a layup. It's an easy one to put on the score sheet, and you won't find an easier goal for a player to score than that.
So that's Joe Watson's 7th goal of this season. Watson, of course, has been the steady Eddie there at the first line center for most of this year as he breaks out. And hold on, Christian Perry finds a little bit of space. He's going to lose control of it, plays it over behind the net. Maryville Saints grab it. They're going to play it up along the far boards. It'll be kept in now by Blake Technasian. Up and down the far boards they go. Grabbed by LaRose. Back down it goes. And the Saints will eventually dump it out. There they are. We'll move over to Matthew Berkemeyer. Berkemeyer found his way onto the score sheet last night. He assisted the first goal by Kohler. So SIUE breaks the puck into the neutral zone. They'll find it to Tack. Tack plays it forward over to Simon. Simon plays it up and around. Grabbed by Maryville. Poked out. It'll be poked right back in by Kane Hinson. Hands up. And there's a whistle on the play.
The Cougars are looking, at least going through the tweets from last night and actually viewing this game. They look a lot sharper. They look to get a lot of the rust off, and are commanding a lot of the play. If they can keep it up, it's gonna be a nice night for the Cougars, for the boys in red.
The boys in red and black, shall we say. Shot, save made by Justin Nosser right off the face-off there. Good glove save.
For our streamers tonight, might see a lot of familiar faces as the 2014-15 SIU Cougar Championship winning team are having a little get-together at the rink and after at JJ Thermos. A lot of champions might be filling the screen here shortly, so if you see them walk up the stairs, that's who they are.
We might have a couple sit-downs during the intermissions. Just have some chit-chats. See some memories, or at least the ones that they're willing to discuss
Right.
on the live stream.
We're looking to get the ratings up, so now that we get champions on the air, I mean, it's fun for everyone.
Yeah, the Blues, they don't do live interviews with the champions during the games. That's for darn sure.
No. I mean, we're really innovating
Right.
out here at East Alton.
Right. I should say, though, that there are plenty of other teams that do that. Probably the Oilers, I would say. That's all they have really to do is interview their
Let's
80s
throw some
champions.
alumni up here because our team's terrible. Well, not this. They're actually pretty good this year. But
They're all right this year,
the
but
last 20 seasons, they've been pretty much terrible.
2-on-1 here. Good chance. Shot wide. Is the pass can't connect to go find Joey Sabatina. Puck now over along the near board. It's going to find Ebersol. Ebersol plays it forward into the neutral zone. Skating around. Oh, finds a man. Shot wide. That'll be grabbed by Alec Marshall. Marshall plays it up to the near point. Forward, up and down by Kohlberg. Puck along the far corner. Pressure put on. That's by number 71, Corey Sperry. Just 8 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in this first period action. A little scrum going up along the boards. There's game's finding its rhythm here, and it's a slow burn to start, or a slow burn in the last few minutes, I should say. Shot off a stick wide now as the puck will roll over along the near boards. It'll be grabbed by number 14, Phil Kemmer. Kemmer had an assist last night, I believe. As the puck will get played into the neutral zone, find its way over to Austin Zerlini. Zerlini will dump it in. It'll be fielded by Stalcup. Stalcup plays it to his own man. It'll go up along the far boards over to Phil Kemmer. Kemmer plays it up into the neutral zone. Bad pass, hands up for icing. It'll get touched by...
Good play by Nasser there to even though it eliminates the icing, our team was going to get beat to the puck, so he pretty much had to play that.
He had to, as now Nasser tries to make a save, but that puck was well wide of the net. It'll be grabbed now by Maryville. Maryville walks the blue line, shot for the blue line, save made by Nasser, who very nearly got through on the 5-hole.
Missed it with the stick, but luckily the pad was there and stuck right under his pad. You like a little luck on your side. It might lean toward him having a good night tonight. Pucks are sticking to him.
So last night, I'm walking into the Maryville rink. Nice rink, by the way. And Alec Marshall pulls me to the side. And he goes, dude, you know how many game-winning goals I've had this year? It's like 5 game-winning goals, and I've never been one of the 3 stars, buddy. And I'm like, well, what are you looking at me for? I mean, the nights that you get game-winning goals are probably nights, Christian Perry nets 3 or something like that, right? Like,
yeah. It's all relative.
I'll finish this story in a second, but Christian Perry is off doing his own things. Hands up for a penalty as Justin Nasser gets to the bench. Perry deals it. His stick goes flying. It's going to go, the puck will find Chris Wagner. Wagner into the zone. Perry smartly decided to pull up, find some time, and there's hands up for the whistle as Maryville will touch the puck. So, not 5-10 minutes later, Alec Marshall comes up to team trainer Reese Ramirez. Says, I got a problem. Do you have tweezers? He's got splinters. Hold on just one second here. I got to write down the stuff. Cover me for me, Casey.
Sure thing. We got the Cougars right now in the offensive zone on the power play. Here is Cully Sr. running the point. Dishes to Tech Majin, who lose it, but Cully regains control. Finds Sperry wide, but he couldn't hold on to the puck on his stay here. He's going to drive to the net. Sharp angle shot, trying to bang away. It's still loose right in front of the tendy.
Oh, hold on.
Looks like we're going to have a headlock, couple headlocks, and probably going to lose the power play.
Yeah, a couple headlocks and RKO out of nowhere. I think I saw people's elbow in there. I couldn't see it. Oh, boy, all sorts of riffraff going on here. Oh, boy, getting up really quickly here.
I think the boys are just getting ready for the XFL season, and they're just happy that St. Louis finally has a football team again.
I mean, I'm happy St. Louis has a football team again. I'll go check out one of those games. Battlehawks deploy. All right, well, it looks like we'll have some offsetting penalties. One of those will be on Hunter Fagans, and the other will be on Corey Sperry.
Looks like we're still going to have 5-on-4 situation. We're not going to get any extra open ice here. Looks like some new troops here for SIU.
So anyway, Marshall comes up. He goes, oh, I got some splinters. So after about 10 minutes of trying to remove splinters himself, Reese goes, just give me the splinters, all right? If you had an over-under of how many times Alec Marshall said, and I quote, owie, the word owie, in about 60 seconds.
7.
It was exactly 7.
Oh, wow.
He's leading the league in owies per 60. Let me tell you.
We're going to throw that. It's going to be a word we have to use in every telecast from here on out.
Yeah,
Owie.
so owie.
Okay.
It was one of my favorite moments of the other night. I mean, he's out right in front of the locker room getting this pulled out, and every single one of his teammates are coming out. Every single Cougar's coming back into the locker room like, oh, buddy, did you get some splinters? Oh boy. Oh, did you just say owie? Oh.
I got an 11-year-old at home that stubs her toe every once in a while. I get an owie out of her, but that's usually maybe once a month. I don't know about a hockey player doing it before a game, getting splinters out. That's a little...
Well, he claims it was a joke, but I'm telling you, after 7 times...
The tears are real.
Yeah, I'm telling you, after 7 times, you either are singing "Owie" for real, or you have the least developed sense of humor I've ever heard. Right?
Well, he might be a pretty dry, deadpan kind of guy. I can't say that I know Alec too well to comment on that.
Well,
he's a funny fella.
he's a funny guy. Alec,
he'll get on the score sheet tonight. We'll forget all about it.
yeah, we'll forget all about it. Hey, you know what? If he gets on the score sheet tonight, we might even give him one of those stars he's been talking about.
Maybe we give him an Owie of the Night award.
Ooh, can we do an Owie of the Night award from here on
like
out?
a big hit or something.
Big hit, Owie of the Night
There
award.
you go. Maybe I'll get him to play a more physical game, play the body in the
There
corners.
you go.
Just saying.
This is award-winning broadcast quality right here.
Yep. That's why we're here. It's all about creativeness.
Meanwhile, though, the referee's still trying to figure out what happened there.
They're going over the specials at Thermos tonight, and I think they finally come to an agreement on what's going to happen. Now we're going to get a puck drop.
They've decided on mac and cheese, I think.
I've heard it's good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I quite like the mac and cheese. All right, we'll face off one by the Maryville Saints. They're going to dump the puck all the way down the length of the ice. So it looks like a misconduct for Corey Sperry.
5-on-3 here.
Yeah, we got a 5-on-3. 2 minutes for Maryville. Yeah, so it's a confusing little call here.
It's usually something like that where two fellas get into a little bit of a skirmish and they take both off and somebody comes out of it. A lot of times, at least in the games that happen in East Alton.
Shot scores!
Usually the games that happen in East Alton, Perry drips a one-timer top shelf.
Yeah, we were talking about typical East Alton shenanigans. There you go.
There it is.
Okay, so I'm just going to say it right now. Christian Perry
Yep.
found his way to the score sheet once again. That is his 20th goal of the season. Woo! My
That's a lot.
Lord.
He's starting to find that the back of the net it's a reoccurring theme every night. You can almost put money on it. It's going to happen at least once. And that's good too. Seeing him from last year, where he was more of a pass first kind of guy. It looks like he's developing. Not that he's developing a shot, but he's relying more on that shot, and it's finding the back of the net that just gives him more confidence. And every shot from him is a scoring opportunity. It seems like so.
And it's awesome, too, that, hold on now, going the other way, man gets taken out. That was number 16, Matthew Berkemeyer. Berkemeyer now engaged in a scrum down there, and more physicality going on here is now breaking out as Bryce Simon. Simon finds his man over at Kohlerberg. Kohlerberg up across the line, across the far boards. He's going to turn around the goalie. Stalkup finds his man up along the near point. That's Wagner. Wagner over to the far board. Shot. And it's going to go deflect, get covered by Stalkup. But back to Perry, I think it's interesting, though, that he finds his shot, and usually you see when somebody develops a shot like that, they let their assists go by the wayside, but he's still got 11 assists on the season. That's a good total in and of itself.
Yeah, that's probably upwards leading the team. I got to think at least top 3 assist-wise.
I think assists-wise, the only people that
Tucker
are
maybe.
above
Tucker
him
and Kane.
are Kane. That's it, because Kane has 19.
Yeah, and that just speaks to the creativity. I mean, he's going to set other people up, and he's going to create his own opportunities. So he's going to have. It's really up to him to decide when to shoot and when to pass. And last year it looked like he was relying on the pass a lot more, and now that he's shooting, his goal totals are skyrocketing exponentially.
So this Maryville team, which is no slouch of a team, we should say, that would be second on the team in points, his 11 assists alone. Face-off won by the Cougars, shot off of a stick and out of play. Christian Perry, sophomore this year, so you have a couple more years out of him too. You got a special player here if you're the Cougars.
He's a kid that you're going to want to convince. 5 years is really the plan. You want to really get that full college experience. 'Cause after your 5th year, you're never going to get in college again. So really enjoy the school. Get to know the St. Louis area a little bit. Maybe search for job opportunities while you're in school, and hammer down that experience and play that 5th year here. Maybe get 3 years out of him.
And if you keep going at this pace, as Kane Henson fires a shot, it's going to get covered up by Stalkup. If you keep going at this pace, you could find your way up onto the all-time points list of the Cougars. Kane.
Oh, for sure. He's gonna get up there. We're going over the point. Jason Walker's not going to get touched. He had a couple a couple 100-point seasons, a few 70-point seasons. Like he had upwards of 400. Jared Ippolito's up there. The forwards that played with Walker also had a bunch of 70-point seasons as well. Because you have a guy with 100, those other guys, the perimeter players, are also going to get him. Sean Walls is up. He had a couple 100-point seasons as well. Yeah, he's gonna be up there when it's all said and done.
He'll find his way up there. Kane Henson is currently number 6 up there. Hands up, whistles out. The Cougars will be going to the box.
It looks like Maryville forced a non-man break, and Cougars got caught chasing the play and had to take a penalty there to prevent a glorious opportunity. Yeah, I think Ippolito had around the 200 mark, because I know he led the league in scoring a couple times in his last year. I want to say he had around 60 points. I want to say he had like 204, somewhere around there. I want to say he was more of a shoot first kind of guy, and that's being generous. He probably had about 100 goals in his SIU career, at least more than that. Probably half of them from behind the goal line, off the back of the goalie's kneeing in, because he was a sniper.
He's cheesing it like that. Hold on, backhand shot. Save made by Nasser.
Good stop there by Nasser, cleaning up the rebound as well. Didn't overcommit to the rebound, stayed in the middle of the net, and was able to handle that pretty nicely. I think the Maryville forward would have liked to get a better rip on that backhand, but Nasser's right there to make the save. I've got tons of score sheets from the. It's got to be like 2009 to 2015, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go through and tabulate all those and kind of get a better record of what all was going on during that time. So we had some between Nick, Taylor, you had the Rockford guys. There was a lot of points being thrown around there, and that was a good group of fellas that played for that team. John Wright, the Bungeons, a lot of guys scoring.
Space here for Joe Watson. Shot. He's going to run the goalie here. Goalie gets knocked over. Watson goes down. Fans go wild. Whistles out.
Yeah,
Not
Joe.
sure if a penalty is going to come here or not. Wouldn't be shocked if there is. I wouldn't be shocked if there's not a man going to the box. There's one right there. That will be number 19, Matthew Simon Shelley.
Maryville player none too pleased with the call, but probably a penalty he had to take, as Watson was in there all alone. He was almost a mirror image of the play the Cougars took a penalty on.
Well, in all due respect, Watson, ran into the goalie there, knocked the goalie into the net. You stand up for your goalie. I mean, that's a penalty you take.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you got to defend your tendy. That's at some point. Again, I know we've talked about this before. Sometimes you just got to let the boys play and kind of police themselves a little bit.
And I thought that might happen there for a second, but it was not to be. Now as Henson steps up across the blue line, shot. Oh, finds Watson. Watson taps it in. 4-0 Cougars.
What's going to be underlooked here, unless we got it on the stream, is a pass by Kane Henson from the blue line. Was tape to tape from really almost in the Maryville bench, and it wasn't really he didn't really have to stop and settle. He collected the puck off the boards, found his man on the back post, and Watson was there to tip it in top shelf. That's a heck of a pass there by Kane Henson. And another tap in for Watson. If I could golf like he's having goals, just with these backdoor tap ins, I'd be playing a lot more.
You'd be having a good time.
Yeah.
So Henson is, after last night, he had 2 points. Tonight he's up to another point. He's at 3 points. I believe that puts him 10 points away from the all-time defenseman point record, at least that I can find online.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely agree with that. Just defensemen that come to mind, it's going to be John Wright is going to be up there. Jason Gillick's got to be up there. He played the years I played. He's an older fella.
Hold on, stepping up now. Shot, save made by Nasser. Redirected it with his blocker.
Great save there by Nasser. Just in control in his first period. He's looking calm, cool, and collected in the crease there. Yeah, between John Wright, who was just filthy on the power play, Josh Bungeon, who was his defensive. They usually played together, and they were studs. Jason Gillick. As far as point-producing defenseman and Ryan Salmon, we only played a couple of years, though.
those are, and Kane, those are probably our leading point getters, defensive-wise for sure.
SIUE tries to break the puck out. Bad pass. Shot save made by Nasser.
Yeah, Kane's been a go-to guy for the entire time that he's been on the team.
5 years now.
Carrying the mail and finding guys on outlet passes and sometimes doing it himself. So his point totals for sure will be up there.
Shot wide of the net of Nasser there. He didn't attempt to make the save and knew it was wide. Now is a shot now off number 15. Loose puck off the rebound. And it's going to get pushed away off the play by Sasha Golovko.
Excuse you.
Yeah, thank you. Up across the blue line now. Finding just that little bit of space. He can't quite make it as Tyler Smith gets knocked off the puck. Going the other way now is Phil Kemmer. Kemmer dumps the puck forward. It's going to get played by Kohlerberg. That's Kyle Kohlerberg. Big Kohlerberg plays it to little Kohlerberg, who pushes it up to Tyler Smith. Smith has the body put onto him. And that's Phil Kemmer again. Kemmer playing all sorts of good hockey tonight. I kind of base that on how much I'm saying his name, as Kane Hinson grabs the puck, pushes it forward. But I feel like he's grabbed the puck a lot in his defensive zone. He's been all over on the defense tonight. And here he is again entering a fight in the corner, winning that battle in the corner as the Saints play it up along the far board. Hinson steps up, grabs it. He's going to play it over to the neutral zone. He's kind of getting run out of the zone by the Saints. He had nowhere to go but back.
Yeah, to add to your point with Smith, he's been hounding the puck. Whenever it's there, you always see number 11 there. That's just a good sign from him.
It's a dump pass by University of Maryville. It's going to get whistled dead. 1:12 to go here in the first period. 4-0. The Cougars lead.
I'd be kind of curious now that we're talking about kind of the past and statistics and stuff like that. Cougars have had a team since, I consider it a team since Larry Thatcher took it over, and I want to say it was 99. Now that we're in the 20th anniversary to have a 20-year all-time Cougar team.
Ooh.
Again, an idea guy over here.
Might put that. We might have to put that together as an article over this winter break.
I think that'd be a good idea. There's a lot of players that maybe played for a season or two. One of them comes to mind is Jeremy Maletti. There's just some of the filthiest hands I've ever seen, present company included, and it's a shame. He played for Lindenwood's D1 team. Was in the Punter Point Club there, and Lindenwood was. I think they won the Nationals at D1. Maletti's an Alton, a local guy. He's friends with many of the players on the team and played his grad year here, and was just absolutely unreal. He's not only a great guy in the locker room, but just unbelievable both sides of the puck.
It's so up and down and covered the puck. Oh, that was a loose puck that they whistled it down on, but there was nobody around there, so no need to get too angry about that right now. But certainly, if there was a Cougar right there, that might not have been a good move. 30.1 seconds left to go. So I gotta assume. I mean, if we're just talking this through, Taylor and of course Nick Edwards, Coach Nick Edwards, have to be on that team, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think if we could throw together the four lines that I'm kind of spitballing in my head right now, or at least somehow put them together, it would be a filthy team.
Well, we'll have to do that. We'll do a co-written article. How's that? We'll send it over to the Telegraph. Be like, here you go.
That's fair.
20th anniversary.
I'm working on getting a lot of video from past years for alumni functions and stuff like that. ECTV from Edwardsville used to televise before this, streaming stuff came about.
Yeah.
The SIU Cougar games would be televised on not closed circuit, but like city
Public access?
Public access, ECTV Channel 10 for a long time, and trying to get video of that and trying to maybe cut up highlights.
Face-off one, and the intercepted shot from Maryville off the face-off, no can do, as they'll get poked away, poked out, dumped back in, and time will expire. 4-0 Cougars. That'll wrap up the first period.
Great start by the boys.
We'll be back with the second period shortly. This is SIUE Cougar Hockey. Welcome back, everybody. Time for period 2 of this tilt. Score 4-0 in the favor of the SIUE Cougars. Maryville University off the scoreboard, except for 11 shots on goal. Penalties so far for Mattis, Fagans, and Simoncelli. Penalties for Sperry and Perry for the Cougars. Face-off's going to be won by the Maryville University Saints. They're immediately going to fire it at Coach Nick Edwards. Edwards sitting there. Look at him. He's reenacting like, oh, hey, you know, I twisted out of the way there.
It's a Matrix move right there.
He was going full Neo. It's really a shame that they never made any sequels to that movie.
I know, and that there's not going to be 2 Keanu Reeves movies come out on the same day.
Yeah, it's a real shame. All right, well, face-off won by the Maryville University Saints. Saints now kicking up along the far boards in their defensive zone. They're going to try and clear it out of their defensive zone. Lots of pressure put on there by Austin Zerlini and the rest of the Cougars. That'll be grabbed there by Sperry.
Cougars doing well here to keep Maryville bottled up in their own zone. This long change is really going to hopefully wear them out. Maybe the Cougars can find something to find a chink in the armor here.
You know, last night was a lot more balanced of a game score-wise, but in the second period, which is when the Cougars really found that stride. They came out of the second period with a 4-3 lead. This is what it looked like. It looked like that first period. It looked like the period so far has the second period has looked like so far, and you just get the feeling that now that the Cougars have found their game, they've found their stride. That Maryville has a whole different beast to try and solve than the one that they almost figured out last night.
Yeah, it's tougher to do that down 4-0 than definitely leading by 3. They gave up, I guess they were up 3-0 last night and blew that lead.
Yep.
But now they're finding themselves with a lot of adversity.
Christian Perry with the space shot, save made by Stalka.
It's almost a 5-goal deficit there, but yeah, it doesn't look like they're playing with the confidence that maybe they had last night. And the Cougars are definitely not rusty, and they're playing a lot more confidence, and that confidence is just breeding a lot more chances and creating a lot more plays in the offensive zone.
It'll be interesting to see as we move forward what the effects of this winter break are going to be. We're not back until, I believe, the 16th, the weekend of the 16th or 17th or so. Shot off the faceoff, scores! It's a goal by number 21, Joey Sabatino, opens up scoring for the Maryville Saints.
Play started off the draw. One back to the point, shot through on net. Nosser kicked it right back up into the slot, and Sabatino was there to pop the rebound 5-hole. And that's they had. If they're gonna get back into this game, the way the hockey's played, you can only go one at a time. But they're gonna have to chip away at this lead and prevent the Cougars from scoring any more to take the advantage.
So what I was saying, though, is it'll be interesting to see the effect of what's essentially a month-long break, another month-long break for the Cougars coming up here during the holiday season.
Yeah, not only that, but then you have the potential to add 2 to 3 players in Connor Mulcahy, Malik Winfield, and then sometimes there's guys that transfer in from other schools or decide, hey, I need to get it together and go to school and all the while play hockey. So yeah, we could add some size and speed.
3-0 coming up here, shot by Big Technasian, save made by Stallcup. That was a decent glove save there. Kind of batted it out of the air, covers it up. 17:36 to go here in the second.
I'll tell you, the Maryville goaltender, the stats don't really show it, but he's had a solid game tonight. A lot of the goals that have been scored, doesn't really have much of a chance on. 2 backdoor tap-ins, a 5-on-3 one-timer from Perry, and the tack goal where he was just kind of left to his own devices, one-on-one with Technasian, who also had an option backdoor. So it's kind of been left out to dry.
It's a face-off won by Maryville. They're going to play it to their offensive zone, but the Cougars are looking to walk away with it. It's going to get played up to Sperry. Sperry can't quite kick it back to his stick, so it's going to get dumped right back in. Over to the Saints. Saints with a centering pass. Almost finds their man, but it'll find a man on the blue line. That's Hunter Fagans. Pagans, of course, had those 2 minor penalties that were served very oddly earlier. It was served concurrent minors, I believe is how you'd say it. He had 2 minor penalties. He set them out with another man from the bench, and they just took 2 men off the ice for that instead of a double minor situation, which is rare if ever happens.
Yeah, it's just kind of a strange situation there, but yeah, we'll take the goal.
Yeah,
5-on-3 and a wide open one-timer from Perry top shelf.
Yeah, you take it. You take a win. You take a goal whenever you can, and if that's what the ref wants to call it, that's what the ref wants to call it. I was talking to the scorers, as I do between periods, and they were sitting there going, "What the heck is going on here?" It's a shot off the shin pad.
Oftentimes it's SIU getting hosed in their own barn, and we'll take advantage of it whenever we can get it.
Is the Maryville Saints play it up now along the near boards. They're going to pass it back and into the neutral zone. Cougars try and pass. Oh, that's going to go off the leg of Sasha Golovko. Golovko plays it up to centering pass, fires wide, and now a man takes it over. That's Bill Kemmer. Kemmer now passes it to a man, dumps it across the blue line, and that'll be fielded by Philip Kohlberg. Or excuse me, that's Kyle Kohlberg. That's Big Coley. Big Coley, of course, had the game-winning goal. Broke a 4-4 tie last night. Their first star of the game last night, if I was in charge of giving it out.
Oh, now you're giving up first stars to game winners?
Oh, well, only because, there's an exception there. He didn't say owie, shall we say. Marshy, we love you, but come on, that was soft as all get out.
He's 10-ply. He's so soft.
All right, well, puck's in the neutral zone. As the Maryville Saints try and dump it in, that'll be grabbed. He played forward. Finds a man over in Lucas Tucker. Tucker plays it forward. Can't quite find a man, so the Christian Perry will come back. Now over to Tucker. Tucker fields a great pass from Perry. Watson gets taken out by a man, so Tucker will take it into the near corner. He'll play it up the near board. Saints come out into the neutral zone, up across the blue line. That'll be grabbed by Matthew Berkemeyer. Berkemeyer finds a man, shot. Save made by Nasser. Now the puck will get redirected over to the far point. In and behind the net. As the Saints just play tennis up and down that far board. Saints finds the space. Shot save made by Nasser off that blocker. Nasser's quietly had a pretty decent game himself. 15 shots on goal, 1 goal against.
It looks like Maryville's coming out a little bit more fire in this period. They've actually, I'd say they'd have the better of the play thus far 9 minutes into this period. I'm sorry, that's not an 11. It's 14-12 left in this period. So for the first 6 minutes of the period. Again, Helen Keller over here. I'm not very good at the braille. But yeah. Cougars need to step it up. They've had a bit of a lull. Maybe they can find the back of the net here.
I thought Helen Keller could read braille.
She could. I'm not her.
Is
Can't
this?
do it.
Well, we thank you guys for listening to the Helen Keller podcast. Come back next week for whatever the name of the teacher of Helen Keller was. I forget her name too now. So anyway, puck rolls around behind the net as the Cougars play it up to the blue line, grabbed by Kane Hinson as it'll roll across the blue line. Hinson takes it back to the D zone, breaks it into the neutral zone, finds Terrence Pirabot. Big T takes it across the blue line, flirting pass, can't find a man, off a skate, as now the Maryville Saints will play it up into the neutral zone.
Unfortunately, Pirabot couldn't connect on the pinball that was going on in front of the net. If you could corral that, he probably had a good shot at a goal there.
You'd love to see him get a point. He's a hard worker out there on the ice. And now the Cougars play it up into the neutral zone, grabbed by the Saints. Saints, a little stick handling move there by Phil Kemmer. Kemmer plays it up across the blue line, hands up for offsides. He heads back down as the Cougars field it. And the Saints vacate the zone. Now the Cougars will dump it into the neutral zone. Sky high, up across. Hold on, there's Cole Ebersol. Finds a little bit of space, fires a shot off of a skate. Gets it right back, and a puck will go roll into the far corner. Shot wide now, rolls up to the near point. It'll be blocked and pushed forward. Now taken across there by Sasha Golovko. Golovko with the shot. Rebound. And a save made by Justin Nasser.
Team's trading chances right here, going with the old odd man rushes.
Centering pass. Oh, loose puck there. Going to be covered by Scout Stalcup. You thought maybe just for a second that was a loose puck chance, but it was not to be.
It looked like Ebersol just couldn't quite win that battle, get a stick blade on that loose puck and bury it, but it's a good play by Marshall behind the net to get it to the front of the net and create that chance.
Give a shout out to Brandy Perry following us along on Twitter and now on the live stream. Thank you so much. All the interaction you've been putting our way. Thanks for being a fan. Thanks for watching. Thanks for interacting.
Casey Kasem would call that a long-distance dedication.
That's true. Casey Kasem, whatever happened to you? Original voice is Shaggy before Matthew Lillard was, and then Matthew Lillard
Destroyed Scooby-Doo for everyone.
Oh, no, Matthew Lillard. I thought Matthew Lillard was the only good part of the live-action Scooby-Doo.
I'm just saying that. classic cartoon. They go live action with that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was a little much.
I've never seen a cartoon or turned live action movie kill a career of someone, but Freddie Prinze Jr., where are you?
That's true.
Sarah Michelle Gellar? Nope.
Nope. Oh, yeah. Didn't do much. I mean, she's still living off the Buffy paychecks, though, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not doing too bad. Centering pass, shot, scores! As Matthew Berkemeyer makes it 4-2, and we got a tilt on our hands now.
Maryville just taking advantage of the opportunities. They clogged up the slot right in front of Nasser. He didn't get a good look. From my vantage point, looked like the Maryville player behind the net came out to Nasser's right. Unfortunately, he was looking over his left shoulder. I don't think he got a clean look at the pass. And by the time that shot went off, it was already in the net before he could kind of regain vision of the puck because he had a crowd in front of him. Yeah, Maryville's clawing their way back into the game. Cougars need to kind of step it up here. It's not up 4-0, but that doesn't make the game over with. You gotta put your foot on their throat and bury the opponent. And right now, they're not exactly doing that.
What's the quote that Doug Armstrong has that we have at ESPN? I think it's something like you have to reach for their eyes and gouge them out with a spoon, and then something really violent like
some
this.
Saw 4 type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're familiar with what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I can't remember the quote exactly, but yeah, you really gotta make them not want to even be here anymore.
And face-off won by the Cougars. They'll dump it into the offensive zone. That'll get played on over to Lucas Tucker. Tucker plays it over into the far corner, outside the rink in the far corner, I should say. Almost hit the rules of the East Alton Ice Arena up there, posted up there below the scoreboard.
Can't say anyone's followed those for at least 20 years.
No. Sometimes I look at those rules and I go, wow, I wasn't supposed to do that?
For those of you who haven't been in the arena, the rules are posted in the darkest corner of the arena behind a beam. Probably not where you're going to want to put rules for your patrons.
Shot and a save made by Stalcup. Stalcup kicks the puck out up along the near boards.
Larry runs a clean ship here, but I question his rule
Placement?
placement. It's pretty terrible.
They're hard to read out in that corner. I'm pretty sure it says no playing hacky sack or soccer out in that exact corner, and that's exactly where everybody plays it.
Yeah.
And so puck rolls up along the near boards. It'll get played up and down the near board. Intercepted now by SIUE. Played forward and intercepted again by Ethan Chadwell. Chadwell dumps it in. It'll get grabbed along the far boards by the Cougars. Cougars up into the neutral zone. Finding a little bit of space. Christian Perry to Tucker. Tucker centering pass wide. Goal, just $1 million chance there, and they couldn't even walk away with a penny.
I'm just saying 3 more years. That's all I'm asking for. Trying to do this one-handed.
Oh,
And he did it one-handed, and he just couldn't get the pass back from Tucker.
it was so
insane.
close.
He's fighting off a guy with one hand. He's controlling the puck and fending it off with his offhand. Flips the puck over to Tucker. Tucker makes a nice pass. He just couldn't get his stick back in position to corral it in time. It's just a heady play there by Perry.
You're watching something special, and the play didn't even finish its execution. It didn't even execute properly, and you saw something insane.
That's one of those things. It could be one of the better plays of the game, and yeah, it didn't even connect. But it's just like the foresight of it, and to almost pull it off.
He had non-scoring play of the year last night. He deked a man, broke his ankles, as they say. All right, skates practically came flying off. All right. It was one of the deepest, dirtiest dekes I've ever seen in my life. Guy just went down, and the whole crowd, both fan bases just go, ooh.
Oh, man.
Philip Kohleberg shot, score from the blue line. It's 5-2 Cougars.
That's a great shot through a screen there by Kyle Kohleberg. It's I'm not going to call him Al McInnes, but that shot had eyes. Found the back. It looked like the back bar behind Stallcup, and again, not a whole lot he could do there. He was out challenging, and Coley's found his scoring streak here, his scoring stride. He's starting to fire more pucks. They're starting to hit the net, and the results are ending up on the board. Good for Coley Sr. Hopefully that can stop the bleeding here of the Maryville pressure that they had earlier, the first half of this period.
So that's his third goal of the season. You know, Kyle Kohleberg's always a contributor, and he's, like you said, he's finding that scoring stride. Now up across the blue line, it's Corey Sperry. Sperry takes it into the near corner. Pressure being put on. As he's looking. There's a man open up along the blue line. Over to Philip Kohleberg, takes his rip. Oh, what a good pad save there by Stallcup.
Nice tip chance there by Owie, throwing that on, on net, and Stallcup got his right pad on it. Made a big save there to keep the lead at 3.
I feel like every time you and I are over in some kind of tangent about Scooby-Doo or something, we get a goal here.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to talk about hockey for the next hour and a half, and you're just going to have to. We'll just describe to you the rest of the game as it happens, like it's in the past. Maybe we need some viewers to chime in on some terrible movies we need to talk about, like Face Off or Slapshot 2.
Let's not talk about Slapshot 2. We can talk about Face Off, though.
Yeah.
You ever seen The Room?
I've heard too many. I want to see The Room, and I want to see the documentary, mockumentary, I guess, about it.
If you ever need it, I'll bring it in. I got both the Blu-ray, I got the signed Blu-ray, and I got the OG DVD print. So.
Wow. You enjoy its entire collection.
I went to meet Tommy Wiseau, and I lined up for a picture of him, and he leaned.
Really?
Yeah, and I leaned over and whispered in my ear while I was taking the picture, "I'm going to bite your ear now." And I was like, "What?" Oh, hold on here. Breakaway opportunity. Shot. Save made by Nasser. It's going to bounce up into the near corner. Puck into the neutral zone. Grabbed. Stick handled and played up along the blue line. This puck's still rolling around the neutral zone. Maryville just trying to force it in there, and they'll lose control of it, and the Cougars will dump it into the neutral zone. Anyway, yeah, he said he was going to bite my ear. Save made there by Justin Nasser. But yeah, he goes, "I'm going to bite your ear," and I didn't know what to do, so I have a really weird Tommy Wiseau picture where I'm like, "What?"
I've heard he's a pretty eccentric fella.
The most eccentric fella.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. I was about to say face-off one because that's how I start most of my statements, but up across the blue line of Maryville, they find a little bit of space. Shot, save made. Good save there by Nasser. Heads up for a penalty. Well, it'll be 2 minutes for hooking.
That save not only big just because it's a save on a shot, because that's what you want out of your goaltenders, but with the delayed call, that prevents them from scoring a goal and getting a power play to boot and making this potentially a one-goal game as opposed to still a 3-goal deficit now with just a power play. So hopefully the Cougars can kill this off. Shots are now even. It was a little bit of I want to say it was a 6-shot deficit, 5-shot deficit going into this period. Now Maryville owns a 1-shot advantage going on the power play. 7:06 left in the second. Let's see if the Cougars can kill this off.
And so 2 minutes for hooking. is Drew LaRose. Oh, no, decent shorthanded attempt there for the Cougars as now ice opens up just a little bit. Maryville salivates at the chance of making this just a 2-goal game once again. Maryville's been on the attack a lot of this period. They've certainly looked like a strong team now, and there's a backhanded attempt. It's going to go wide of Nasser. Puck rolls up along the far board, centering pass over to the blue line. Pass up along the near boards, up to the blue line, back to the near boards now, as it's going to go back and forth between Kohler and Simon Shelley. Simon Shelley over to Kemmer.
Nice play by Coley to clear the puck out, get it away from danger there.
Kohlerberg dumps it into the offensive zone. And a full line chase for the Cougars. They're going to go for the home run pass that Maryville is. It's going to roll down the length of the ice, hands up for icing. Well, it was worth a shot, wasn't it?
It was worth a shot if he knew where his man was. His player that he was looking for to make that stretch pass was along the boards on the blue line, and he heard a stick tap, was rushing the pass, and didn't really take a look at where it was going, and went straight up the gut, not on the net. Now you got an icing on a power play.
Yeah, you look up just a little quicker and look up and locate your man, and you could have had just a beautiful opportunity there.
Yeah, not often will you see a stretch pass on a power play because you already have the man advantage. There's really no point to make a play like that. But in the second period where you can catch the other team sleeping or getting a bad change, that was the opportunity to do it, and that was not executed very well by that Maryville player.
No, it was not. And
Trying to look at trip. Oh, 22. Uh-oh. That was a little bit of a knuckleball right over to Nasser. And
hands up for a tripping penalty now.
bit of an awkward save there by Nasser, but luckily for him, that will lead to a 4-on-4 opportunity as Maryville takes a penalty after the SIU player tried to corral that puck. It's a harder save than I think maybe he made it look to be there. A little bit of a kick save almost on a shot from the red line.
So it's Kohler will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Kohler, of course, you mentioned it before, 2 goals last night. And he is certainly, I would say, probably third-star player last night.
Yeah, two-goal player last night.
2-goal player last night. So, I mean, losing squad, you usually don't get a first star, but I would give him a third star. He had a great night last night. When things look dire for the Cougars, it was mostly his doing, but now he maybe gives the Cougars an opportunity with a 4-on-4. 1 seconds left, and now the Cougars go to the power play. But Maryville still has the opportunity here. They're possessed the puck behind the net. Walking away with it now are the Cougars. They're going to walk away with it. Christian Perry circles back around, and here we go. Minute 24 left on the Cougar power play. A little drop pass there to Kane Hinson. Hinson tries a little stretch pass there for Joe Watson. Watson can't quite corral it. And the puck will sit there along the red line. Dumped out into the neutral zone all the way back, and now Kane Hinson will take it. Cougars don't look to have a lot of pep in their step so far in this little power play. Hinson gliding up onto the offensive zone. Finds his way over to Perry. Perry steps across the blue line, up over, now back to Hinson. Hinson turns around to Perry. Perry maybe with a little bit of space. Finds a man over on the other side. Shot! Oh, it goes off the back of the net. Had us for a second. Had us in the first half. Not going to lie. We thought maybe that might have been in. But pressure put on by Perry and behind the net. Played forward to Hinson. Hinson steps up at the blue line. He's going to step over now into the far corner. Step over to Watson. Watson can't quite get it. The puck gets intercepted on its way. And now it'll get played back.
A lot of motion out of the Cougars on this power play. That motion, I mean, not only just as a goaltender, you don't know where the...
Oh! Joe Watson, speaking of... That's a hat trick there. Watson with the hat trick. Hats on the ice. You gonna get that one back?
Nah. I know where it's going. I just went to Sport Clips yesterday. I think I'll be all right.
Got a bit of hair there, buddy.
Yeah. I stay off camera. Got a face for radio. It's fine. That was a rip by Watson, just top corner, and picked it out. they avenge the 2 goals that Maryville put on the board earlier in the period, and they come back with 2 of their own, regain that 4-goal advantage.
The Cougars are nothing if not persistent this game. They flex, but they keep playing their game. They keep, the attack percentage that they've been on has been high. They've been there the whole time, even when it's hold on, hands up now for a penalty. It happened behind the play over along the far boards. It looks like the Saints will go on the power play here.
Yeah, it looks like this penalty aside, the Cougars have kind of turned it around this last 7 minutes, where it looked like Maryville may have had the better of the play in the first half of the second period. But again, that's a character thing. Regardless of who you're playing, you give up goals, you face adversity. How are you going to respond to it? Lead changes are inevitable. Teams clawing back into games, especially in this league. Goals are going to happen, and it's just how are you going to respond to it? And are you going to lay down and make it a close game, or are you going to fight back and regain that lead? And good for the boys from SIU to continue to play and assert their dominance on this team.
Alec Marshall to the box. 2 minutes, 3:05 to go here in the second period. Played forward now, and it's going to be grabbed over by Matthew Simoncelli. Simoncelli plays it up along the far boards, over across the blue line. A little bit of moves put on there, but nothing too fancy. It's going to get broken up quick by the Cougars. That's a shot that'll go off the stick or the skate. One of the two, as it'll fly up. Now puck over along the blue line. Grabbed by Phil Kemmer. Kemmer up along the near board over to Kohler. Kohler back down to Kemmer. Kemmer steps up the blue line, back to Kohler. Kohler steps up, plays it down. That'll be grabbed by Matthew Berkemeyer. Berkemeyer fires it down the length of the ice. No icing called. SIUE will get a full change here.
Nice play by Coley to just get it out, get it up and out. A lot of times Cougars just kind of ring the puck around, kind of limp-wristed, and didn't have a chance to be held in. Good play by Coley.
And here we go. SIUE steps across. That's Terrence Pirabot. Pirabot has a partner in Sperry. Sperry with the shot, covered and saved by Stalcup.
Chef Parapat threw some nasty sauce right there over to Sperry. Sperry just unfortunately couldn't finish. Great pass. He had the opportunity to clear the puck out. Actually, he had a whiff, which had the Maryville defenseman frozen on the blue line. Just took advantage of it and set up a 2-on-1, go down the other way. Good chance by TP. Good opportunity for Sperry there to try and finish, but good save there by Saints netminder.
Right off the face-off, Stalcup will grab the puck. He's going to try and cover it. Plays it. Puck will roll around. Shot and another save by Stalcup.
Kind of question the play of the puck right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had it in your glove. You just let it go, and immediately they try a wraparound attempt, or at the very least, a shot from close angle. Is up across the blue line are the Saints. Intercepted and going the other way. Here we go. It's Terrence Pirabot. He's all alone. He's got a man coming up on him. A little move there. Shot. Save made by Stalcup. He was so close to putting that one together. Finds a man. Drew LaRose. Shot. Save made again. As the puck will roll over along the near boards.
18 is everywhere on the ice right now for SIU. He's everywhere you want to be. He's Visa. It's what you want.
He's not on the score sheet yet. But how can you not give his play right now? Just high marks. A centering pass there from Kane. Can't find a man, and Bryce Simon. And so Simon will play it up over to Zerlini. Just under a minute to go in the second period. Maryville steps up across. Shot on, save made by Nasser. 23 shots on goal, now 24. And he's only let by 2 of them.
It's a good save by Nasser there to not let up a rebound. It's a routine, I don't want to say routine save, but an easier save for him. He's got a pretty solid glove hand.
Oh, hold on. A shot there went off of his stick right above his head. Had him beat, but it went over the net. That would have been a very tough save, a very tough break.
Yeah, puck didn't come off exactly clean off the blade, and to judge where that puck's going to go.
It would have been very tough.
Yeah.
And now a shot from the near board, off the Bryce Simon stick in. Cougars make it 7-2.
I think Smith got a touch on that in the crease there, 11.
Was that Smith? That was Smith. Smith is taking it.
Is that his first as a on D2?
Let me check my scores here. That is his first D2 goal.
Congratulations there for Tyler Smith. Talked about him early in the first period, kind of getting playing with a little confidence, a little fire, a little jam. Now burying a seventh goal in the back of the net. Good for him.
No hustle, no jam.
Yeah.
Goal last 20 seconds for me.
Now he's going to take over the world. He's just going to be a scoring machine. He tried to dangle the defenseman right there off the draw. Gets the puck in deep. It's amazing what a big save or a big goal can do for someone's confidence and how that'll affect them here in the future. Maybe at least for the next 20 minutes of this game.
Absolutely. So that'll wrap up your second period. Third period coming up here shortly. This is SIUE Cougar Hockey. Welcome back, everybody, to third period action between SIUE and Maryville D2. Cougars lead 7-2. But that was a pretty recent development. It's as recent as, I'd say, 10 minutes ago game time. It was a 4-2 hockey game.
There's a big late period surge there by the Cougars.
Absolutely was. Talking between periods, Alec Marshall guaranteed me he's going to get on the points on the score sheet tonight. So we'll see that. Let's see. Marshy, I want you to get on there, buddy.
Little man with a lot of gumption. See if he can pull it together and find the back of the net here.
Gumption? Somebody's been watching too much of Darren Payne.
Yeah, he's the best bald little guy in the league.
I mean, I don't think there's such thing as too much Darren Pang, if I'm being honest.
Everybody Pang Chung tonight.
Well, there's some fun being had here at the East Alton Ice Arena. There's some winging, there's some chunging. There's some fun being had tonight indeed as Cougars take the puck into the neutral zone, possessing a 5-goal lead. So, I don't want to say kill the clock, but Christian Perry and company holds the puck. Looking wide open net there, but there are just too many skates to push the puck forward into it. I don't want to say kill the clock, but you're not as urgent on the score sheet as a closer game. So
hopefully they do kill the clock, but they do it the right way, and they still take it to them and play in the offensive zone. If the game gets a little out of hand, maybe they pop in another couple goals. You see some guys that might not normally see, big time minutes in big games, get them more experience, get them more ice time. But still keep playing. This is the last game of the semester. I don't think you want to end it in a third period snooze fest. But yeah, you want to do this the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to kill the clock with as much offensive possession, as much offensive pressure as you can. Yeah. Nothing kills the clock better than offensive pressure.
Oh, for sure. Hopefully Nasser gets a good nap in for the next 18 minutes. That would be ideal for the Cougars, because if you can play in the offensive zone and just really work on your systems, work on your fundamentals, don't get too selfish with the puck and try and ramp up points, but make the right plays. And if you're really running your system right, you're going to find guys that are open, and just make good habits.
Yes.
Is the big thing.
All right, well, Nasser had his helmet off, and that reminds me, it's about time to give out our Flow of the Weekend award. So I don't know about you, I'm not seeing very many candidates here, as save made by Nasser on an offside play anyway. I'm not seeing very many candidates here. We have a coach in the middle over here on the Maryville bench. Looks like we have a ponytail going on here.
Yeah, but I think that's par for the course for her, maybe. She's been growing that out maybe for a while, but the ponytail is very respectable. I think she comes to an athletic event, throws the pony in, and you don't want to get the hair in your eyes, because then it affects the job that you're doing.
Of course.
Very respectful toward the game.
Reese Ramirez also sporting a ponytail. We have a kid with a small curly fro over in the corner over here. You can't quite pick him out, but
they lost their soccer ball playing SIUE in the corner. Came out onto the ice, which you've got boards, glass, and the net over there, and yet they still managed to get a soccer ball onto the ice between periods. So I'm gonna have to disqualify everyone over there from any kind of award.
Okay. How you feeling about the flow that Coach Taylor Emmerich's rocking tonight?
Oh, it's a classic dad part, I think. They found out they're having a baby here in the near future.
Which, congratulations to the Emmerichs, by the way.
For sure. Between those guys, between him and Zelms, I don't know if he even needs any product. It's just it's very reminiscent of Mike Edwards' hair. It just doesn't move. It's the same all the time. It doesn't look like it grows, and it doesn't look like he needs to ever get it cut. It's just
there.
Statuesque.
Mm-hmm. Shot, save made now as the puck rolls behind the net. Cougars doing exactly what we're talking about, killing time but not letting the pressure mount up. So if you had to award flow of the night, I feel like Nasser, he's sweaty, he's under the mask, so the flow isn't on display, so we can't give it to him.
And at what point does he retire his flow of the week?
Right. So flow of the week award, I'm gonna leave it up to you, Casey.
Whew. I think you go Emmerich.
I'll give it to Emmerich.
He's going full dad mode right now. You gotta appreciate it.
He's got a solid part. He's got a little bit of poof. Oh, great save by Nasser off a shot on the blue line.
The leather work, you got to really appreciate the leather work there by Nasser. As I was tracking the puck, shot low corner, he had to stretch out, reach out, make that save. That's a good save there by Nasser here. He hasn't had a whole lot of work here in this period.
Yep. So congratulations to the Emmerichs on both the exciting news and also the more coveted, of course, Flow of the Week award.
For sure. I'm sure that's a plaque he'll have on his mantle for years to come.
Oh, she print a little sheet out. Oh, a golden comb.
I like it. It's got to be one of those combs that you get from picture day and great, like that you have in a box from like grade school.
Oh yeah, the ones that were actually like gross.
Yeah, like everyone had used them.
Yes. As Maryville takes the puck up across the blue line into the neutral zone they go. Offensive zone now for Sasha Golovko. Golovko turns around, loses it, and now it'll get dumped over into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Drew Paris. Paris loses control of it. Golovko now into the offensive zone. Passes it right up to Anthony Picciano. Picciano, shot save made by Nasser. 15 minutes flat to go here in the third period.
Shot going a little wide, but still, even though it's wide, that's a goaltender just taking care of his teammates right there. He gets the stoppage, gets new fellows out there on the ice, stops the momentum for Maryville. So a heads-up play there by Nasser to catch that and get the draw.
And so face-off one there by the Maryville Saints. Saints trying to claw their way back into this game. You know, despite the scoreboard says, hold on there, loose puck, wide open net for Nasser. Good job clearing it, and that's why, you know, goalies, we have a love-hate relationship with our defense, and that's a moment where you absolutely love your defense. You owe them a dinner after that one.
Yeah. It looked like there was a bit of a tip on its way to Nasser. I want to say he got his left hand out on it, didn't get it clean, but he got a piece of it and knocked it a little bit. Just kept it out of the net, really. He's just kind of trying to stay alive there.
The centering pass there is going to get poked away. 11:15 to go here. Third period. But yeah, you know, you owe him a couple of freshies, shall we say. It's interesting, hold on, 2-on-1 here. Shot by Joe Watson. He's trying for his fourth of the night.
Going for the slam.
You got to respect it. You know, you get three, you get greedy. You know, once you get to that three, I feel like you get that extra bit of greed. Not that I've ever been in the moment of a hat trick, but, you know, if you get one, once you get to three, you're like, if I get one more, we're not talking about a hat trick. We're talking about something entirely different.
Yeah, it's a whole other echelon of goal scoring.
Speaking of goal scoring, again, congratulations, Christian Perry, 20 goals on this season. Still a good chunk left to go, and he is just an absolute beast for the Cougars this year. And we'll see about we'll see him be a beast next year, and you know, for years coming.
Yeah, hopefully into the almost the mid 2020s. He's only got 3 years of eligibility left after this year, but hopefully he gets all those in, and there's no telling what this. With the foundation of this team set and the longevity. I mean, a lot of these guys I think we're only losing 2 seniors next year, so it's a pretty good foundation. It's only going to get better here.
Yep. Shot. Oh! Absolutely sniped Justin Nasser there as they make it 7-3. That was a good shot there by Phil Kimmer, and he's had a good game so far and makes it just a little bit better. 7-3, Maryville.
The shot looked to catch Nasser there by surprise. You got a skater going, if I'm Nasser, he's going from my right to left, and Nasser got a little deep in his net and gave the shooter a little bit more net to shoot at than you'd like to give him. Nasser ended up in the middle of his crease. You kind of want to see him, at least from that distance, with his heels on the red of the goal crease there to appear as big as he needs to be and take up the most net possible. It looked like he got caught up a little bit, went through his arm. It's probably one he'd like to have back.
And let's not take away, though, from that. That was a great play shot by Kimmer.
It was a great shot. It was a great shot, quick release. I think that's what surprised Nasser the most was how quickly that got off his stick.
Yeah. It was inch perfect of where it needed to be. So now offside, entering the zone, and we will have a whistle And a face-off. Here we are now. Maryville wins the face-off. They're going to dump it over to the offensive zone. At least they're going to try as the Cougars poke the puck, and there's a battle on the boards, on the far boards near the scorer's booth. Ushie going back and forth. As the Cougars dump the puck into their offensive zone. Marshall plays catch up. He's pursuing. Ooh, good steal there by Alec Marshall. It's a good play, good stick-to-itiveness, and he draws a penalty.
Good play there by Alec Marshall to get in there and with the takeaway along the boards and like you said, create that penalty right there. Now the Cougars are going to go back on the power play and hopefully extend the lead here. It seemed like this game's kind of picked up a little bit time-wise. Not too many whistles other than I think we've had a couple goals in this period and this penalty. But first period seemed to drag along, and this period, the second period, and hopefully this period goes a little quicker.
So a shot by Hinson, and he finds his way on the net. And if he keeps going like this, that's his third point of the night, first goal. He's gunning for that number one all-time slot of defensive points as a Cougar.
For sure. Seems like everything he's touching is going into the net, whether it's a dish or it's a shot on goal. That one, he's got a quick release from back there, and the puck surprisingly comes at you harder than you would think with how little effort he seems to put into that shot. I think it caught the goaltender maybe a little bit by surprise. I don't think there was any bodies in front. It looked like the place where it went into the net, there was room to shoot there. I don't know if the goalie just kind of fell asleep or Henson just straight up took advantage of it and regained that 5-goal advantage.
It's a face-off won by the Maryville Saints now. Played up into the neutral zone by Henson. Henson, hey, he wants another one. Shot off of the shoulder of Stalcup and up into the netting.
I don't think the Cougars, they've only had a few power play opportunities, but they haven't spent a lot of time on the power play. They scored 12 seconds into the 5-on-3. They hadn't even started the 2 minutes on the clock on the Henson goal. I'm curious to see how many penalties Maryville's taken. With 3?
Yeah, Maryville is they've taken.
Oh, they've taken more than that.
Yeah, they've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 penalties. One of them was a coincidental.
Yeah.
And they've scored at least 2 goals on the power play I can remember, and those were incredibly early on in the power play.
So some confusion on the goal there, but either way, score's not 7-3. It is 8-3, but we'll get updated here as we go on.
Looks like the scorekeeper's having a bit of a sneezing attack in there. He hasn't yet put the goal up there.
Well, there was some confusion there as the ref was still talking to him as that faceoff happened in the offensive zone for the Cougars. As they're going to break the puck in there, and a shot by Zerlini goes wide now as puck rolls up along the far boards, dumped into the neutral zone, grabbed and taken over the blue line now. Shot, save made by Nasser. Off of the shot by Rainbow. Odd now that the scorer's booth looks like they're having some trouble with the because I'm not trusting the home scoreboard.
No.
Because it has so many lights out, but the away one still says 7, which is obviously incorrect. It is 8-3.
Right. Yeah, there was no doubt they had to dig the puck out of the back of the net. There was definitely a goal scored.
Yeah. Okay, so no icing on that pass as the Cougars play the puck into the offensive zone. We'll turn around there as the puck rolls up now into the far point. Dump back in. And the Cougars will maintain the attack here. Terrence Pirabot takes the puck. He's looking, turns around, and goes down. He loses control, but he's going to dish it right back up to Chris Wagner. Wagner takes a wide shot. Now over to Kyle Colbert. Colbert with pressure up along the boards.
I'd like to see TP get on the score sheet here.
He's played so well tonight. You'd love to see it just from an effort standpoint. He's been all over the ice tonight, hasn't he?
Yep.
And here we go. 2-on-1 for the Maryville Saints the other way. Man goes down, hand goes up. As a shot is going to get deflected. The Maryville Saints have a power play coming up here. 10:30 to go here in the third period. Score 8-3. Clock still, or scoreboard rather, still inaccurate, but tripping will be called on the SIUE Cougars and the Maryville Saints will go to the power play.
Looked like the play developed out of the Maryville zone on the breakout. We had 4 Cougars standing within 10 feet of each other, just kind of standing around looking at each other. And very quickly, Maryville had a 2-on-1, and the Cougars could only haul down the Maryville player to prevent that goal or a better chance from occurring. So Maryville's going to go back on the power play.
Face off, one shot by Maryville, and it's going to go off of a stick now over to the near boards. It's going to be kept in there by Matthew Simoncelli. Simoncelli loses control of it. Oh, a attempted move there by Alec Marshall. Can't quite do anything, but he'll apply pressure over there. Pressure put on there by the captain, Kane Henson. Looking to be a physical up there. He's pitting the puck over. It's wasting just enough time. Minute 30 left to go here on the power play. Henson walks away from the scrum with the puck. Oh, and a bad bounce off the pass. Loose puck. Oh, and it's going to be a diving stop there by Maryville's own man. It's their own number 16, Matthew Berkemeyer, is now a whistle as Nasser covers it up.
Good initial stop there by Nasser, getting his glove on it. A close chance there from the Maryville player, and it looked like it got up a little bit. Kind of lacrossed it on net, and it was a nice stop. He couldn't control it, corral it in his glove, but was able to make that first save, and luckily the defense was able to clear the puck out.
And so in the less important hockey leagues, the Blackhawks lead the Blues 3-1, but we won't talk about that. Because all you need, all the Maka action you need is right here, 8-3.
How everyone isn't just glued to their smart TVs or
smart devices, yes.
Devices or wherever you get your YouTube from. Yeah.
As Maryville plays the puck on the power play, shot off of a stick now, and now being played up along the far boards. Hey, we still got 21 viewers, 21 concurrent viewers right now. Thank you to everybody there. Thank you, Brandy Perry, for dropping us so many lovely comments. It shot off the crossbar now as Maryville tries to play it away. Or SIUE tries to play it away. Excuse me, SIUE take control of the puck. They'll dump the puck into the neutral zone. 26 seconds left to go on the power play. Oh, great chase after there. Good tip there by Cole Ebersol. Here goes Alec Marshall going the other way. Or excuse me, it's not Alex Marshall. That's a trip being called right now.
That was softer than some of the
owies.
Some of the diapers I've changed. I think that guy's got to have a better handle on his skates and be able to power through a random stick that's out there. It was just more stood on his stick than it was a trip. But the Saints will take advantage potentially of a 12-second 5-on-3. We'll see what happens here. Game's getting interesting with 8:42 left, up 5 for the Cougars.
Yeah, so the Saints have a 5-on-3. They're going to play it up. Shot by Kimmer. It's going to go wide of the net. Grabbed now behind the net. Saints look back to 5-on-4 now for the Cougars. Saints now trying to make a pass over to the far wing, back up to the far point. Point to point they go. Steps up, shot. Save made by Nasser. He's going to cover it up in the breadbasket. Here's some pushing. Here's some shoving. Nasser's getting involved.
It's a great save by Nasser. The shooter had Nasser dead to rights, and he regained his ground there and got out and challenged and made a nice shoulder save and corralled that puck. That's a big stop right there. Got a little extracurricular activity, and Nasser didn't appreciate it, nor did his teammates. And it looks like Maryville's going to get the only penalty here.
Oh, not happy in the Maryville box over there. So Rainbolt goes to the penalty box. Face-off won by the Saints. Saints take it up across the blue line into the offensive zone. Turns around, gives it a whack now as the Cougars will play the puck over to Joe Watson. Watson with 3 goals already. Looking for a 4th. He's going to play it up along the wing. Thinks better. Oh, a big hit from behind. Watson's down. Slowly coming to the ice. Here's Reese Ramirez on the ice. Watson's coming back to his knees. That was a textbook hit from behind there.
Yeah, there's no arguing about that. That was between the numbers, you got a guy that's has his back turned the entire time.
Oh, looking at the replay on that one. Ow.
Yeah, that's a tough hit.
So Watson will skate back under his own power. He's going to hop back on the bench. Reese is going to have a look at him, but looks like he's indicated he's okay.
It's one, and the coach just got ejected from Maryville. I don't know if he's trying to send a message to his team or what, but Watson had his back to the play, retrieving the puck the entire time, and the Maryville player lit him up from behind. This is an unarguable 5-minute major. I don't know where
Now, I'm not sure.
The question here is.
I'm not sure what that was about. I mean, I feel like if it was a questionable call, I'd say so, but that was a hit from behind.
Yeah, you kind of expected that to be a 5. And there's generally in plays like, looks like the hitter, number 19 from Maryville, is going to get ejected as well at 5 in a game. On a lot of plays like that, you'll find that the puck retriever may turn his back, and in the speed of the play, he turns his back, and while the guy is trying to line him up.
Whoa, here's another one. This is, dare I say, excessive.
Yeah, they're not going to have many players to finish this game here. It's about 8 minutes left. I just don't know where the argument comes from. It's a pretty obvious penalty. And again, you see in baseball a lot of times a guy on like a weird strike zone, or they're trying to get the team amped up. You'll see the coach go out there and kind of get the team fired up. Maybe take one for the team and let his assistant handle the rest of the game. But this is a blatantly obvious call. I just don't know what you'd argue about here.
So now here's 2 more.
There's going to be more Maryville
players. 3
players.
more in the box. What is... Yeah, 3 more guys in the box. So there are 5 Saints in the box.
You've got 5... The irony of this statement, you have 5 Saints in the box and you have 4 outskaters on the bench with a backup goalie with the lid on.
And 3 on the...
And 3 on the ice.
There's
almost more in the box than there are in the rest of the game.
Look, I'm a full disclosure, SIUE. I'm an employee of the Cougars, right? This is, if I'm Maryville, I'm livid right now. I don't know what they did, but I'm 100% positive didn't deserve this.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know what this was, but this is a display.
You usually pay rent to put that amount of players in a room.
They're violating a fire code over there or
right,
something.
Yeah. I don't know what could have been said. I'd be curious to see what the coaches would have said to get this kind of reaction.
What could you say? Like, this is one of the most...
I don't know if 14, if he's trying to get in the box, could fit because there's too many guys in the box.
Is there 14 also in the box?
Looks like he's trying to... No, maybe not.
Maybe he's just talking to the guys? I don't know. This is something.
This is crazy.
I'm busting out my phone. I'm taking a picture of 5 guys in the box over here.
I mean, the way that play played out, it should have been a 5 in a game with really little to no argument about it, and then we wasted 4 minutes of actual time.
Right, that's
arguing something that.
That's an inarguable penalty, and I don't think if I'm Maryville,
it happens.
I could see the coach getting a little worked up, trying to fire his team up, but I don't know what he could have said that would have warrant 5 men in the box that would warrant 3 ejections.
Yeah, because they started the playoff with 1 in the box, and now there's an additional 4. Someone's serving a 5-minute major for the guy that was ejected, and 3 additional penalties. Chad would be bench minors, so we're probably going to have at least a stacked 5-on-3. And in a stacked 5-on-3, that scoreboard can only fit two penalties up there. An additional 2-minute penalty can't start until one of those penalties comes off the board. So the Cougars are going to have a long power play, is what long story short.
Yeah,
Essentially for the rest of the game.
I'm not going to be lazy here, folks, about this, but I just in the interest of quality broadcasting here, I'm not even going to attempt to try and decipher that until we hit the game ends and I could go look at the score sheet.
Yeah. I got to only assume unsportsmanlike conducts or bench minors aside from the 5-minute major.
Yeah. So it's a 4-on-3 for the Cougars. Cougars take a shot wide. As the Saints are now seriously hampered after that hit. That was something and a half. As now Henson plays it over down to the far boards, back up to Henson. Henson looks, he's going to get bodied off the puck, but he's not before he makes it over to Perry. Perry with a shot. It'll roll wide. Bad roll there as it'll go the way. Oh, hold on. Zerlini takes the puck down. Over to Henson. Henson with space. He's going to fake a shot. Little soft, feathery pass there, but just couldn't quite find his mark. Is now Philip Kohlberg. Philip Kohlberg over to Henson. Back to Phil. Philly loses it on the stick handling move. It's going to get poked forward by Phil Kemmer. Kemmer's going to dump it all the way down. 6:50 left to go in the third period.
Even though they didn't connect on the pass, that's a very heads-up play by Henson. Not only to fake the slap shot, but then pretty much catch two Maryville players flat-footed and try and find Perry back there. It's a lot of creativity that we don't see. Usually a lot of the power play, it's either plain Jane, go station to station, and rip a one-timer. It's a heads-up play there by Kane. I like to see more of that, given the time and space that he has.
As the Cougars now play it up along the near boards. Fired, shot off a stick and wide, now out of play. So one Saint comes out of the box now. And here's another 2.
So we're going to have at least, I don't know if there's a 10 involved anywhere, but I would assume a 5 assessed to 19 and then stacked
2-2-2?
2-2-2.
So 6 more minutes, so 16 seconds of even strength if everything holds right now.
Right.
That's the wild thing is there's still a lot of hockey left to be played.
Yeah, and it's 5-on with a stacked penalty. It's a 5-on-3 situation. So yeah, it could get ugly here pretty fast.
It's so face-off won by the Cougars. They're going to play it up over to the wing. Playing around the world now is Trevor Daly. Daly looks shot wide as it's going to be played up now over to the stick of Chris Wagner. Wagner looks for Kyle Kohlberg. Philly was just on the last stick. Up over to Corey Sperry. Sperry back on down to Daly. Daly up to Sperry. Sperry takes it right around. Looks to a centering off of a stick.
Very nearly redirected as an own goal right there.
A little bit of pinball. He's looking for a centering pass, but found the skate of a Maryville defenseman. And the goalie already down in the RVH. That puck just comes right to him. He's able to cover it up. Look at Austin Zerlini, number 86, finding power play time here on the 5-on-3. Let's see if the big man can find the back of the net here.
Absolutely. Face-off one, and now Kane Henson is going to play it back and forth along the blue line. He plays it down along the near wing. Back up to Kane. Oh, no. Centering pass is not going to find a man. This is going to get dealt all the way down to Nosser. Nosser slides for it and misses it.
There's a face palm going on you can't see on camera. I'm not sure what Nosser's trying to do there, but didn't exactly work out.
No, I tried to slide for it, missed it, but you know what? The score is still 8-3. So as far as brain farts by a goalie go, you got away with one there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Ideally, you see 86, which isn't his height, 8 foot 6 inches, but he's pretty tall. Just posting up right, getting in the goalie's grill, just block out the sun.
And that's what he's doing right now. Is Kane Henson tries to rip one on, but now the play will evolve over to the near side, now to the far side. As it rolls right up now over to Kane Henson. Henson over to 8-6. Austin Zerlini is going to tap it right on. Save made.
He had a bit of a 3-on-1 formed off of that play off the sidewall there by Perry. Perry drew a man to him. There's another Saint over in the corner. one lone Saint chilling in front of the Maryville goaltender. Had a bit of a 3-on-1, and Zerlini tried to slam it home on the back door, but no avail.
So 4.5 minutes left to go here in the third period. 31-30 shots on goal favor the Cougars. Goals also favor the Cougars, but by a much larger margin, 8-3. Now, that being said, Maryville, I wouldn't say has earned this level of blowout. They've looked solid at points tonight.
Yeah, they had a 10-minute spurt in the second period. They were probably the better team, but a big first period by SIU, and then continued dominance in the last 10 minutes of that second period.
Is the SIUE Cougars now take the puck into the neutral zone. 4 men left in the box, soon to be 3, as another penalty has rolled over. Another 2-minute has rolled over. Soon the 5-minute will roll over. Shot, score! And that looks like it was number 71, Corey Sperry. So 2 men come out of the box. Only 2 men left in the box now.
Well, we still have the major, so that stays up. The minor comes down. Yep, so we should only have, we're out of the stacked situation. We still have a 5-on-3 for about 48 seconds. These are always, the stacked penalties are always fun to try and figure out how they play out, and with what happens, which one comes down, especially with the major involved. Good to see Sperry get on the board. It's been, I want to say that the last time I saw him score was in the McKendree, the D1 game. I think he scored on a power play. Is that his second goal of the year, or does he have a couple more after that?
I'm looking for Corey Sperry over here on the...
3 goals. So that's his fourth.
Yeah, 3 goals. Yep. Third goal of the year. Or that's his 4th goal, my bad.
A lot of hard work out of Sperry. He plays with his emotions on his sleeve. You never question the effort out of him, and he's always in the middle of everything. It's good to see him get on the score sheet. One thing that the Cougars can hopefully take advantage of are the guys that might be snake bitten up to this point in the season. If they can find pay dirt on this 5-on-3, get the morale up a little bit, get them shooting a little bit more, get everybody rolling going into the second semester and going into the playoffs. That'll be big for the team.
Face-off won by the Cougars. Cougars now taking it to the offensive zone. Good move put on there by Paris.
Bless me.
Yep.
Had a nice little sneeze there.
Played over to Wagner. Wagner looks, he's going to fire well high and wide of the net. Back over to Wagner, stepping across the blue line. He's looking for a man, finds a man. Oh, tries to redirect it over there from Drew Paris. Tyler Smith working hard over in the far corner, back up to Paris. Paris now in the near corner. He's going to center it past. Looks, fires.
Oh, Tyler Smith about had his second one. Found his stick, though.
Oh, man, he had that top corner was labeled. It was going off the iron and in, but unfortunately that stick got in the way. That was a tailor-made opportunity from the ladies' tees there from Tyler Smith. Unfortunately couldn't bury it.
He's had a game, hasn't he?
It's coming out party for Tyler. He's got Walker's number 11 on. All of a sudden, he's turned into the Ginger from Edwardsville.
Face-off one, fires wide.
He's got the hair to match.
Yeah.
As the Paris picks it up in their near boards, fires it, save made, and now the puck will roll over along the far boards, up and down the far boards. The puck goes as the Cougars maintain possession. Fires, dirty redirection there by Austin Zerlini. Couldn't quite fight it now on a shot by Wagner. Finds a stick. Oh, and he just chucks the stick over there. Chris Wagner.
That was the stick's fault, so 11 got rid of it.
Well, I like to think that he knew the stick was broken, so you give it a hard tap sometimes to make sure it's broken. I've skateboarded enough to know that when you think a skateboard's broken, you throw it at the wall, and if it's broken, then you'll figure out really quickly.
Quick story: we played Missouri State one year, and Jason Walker came down the wing, took a snapshot, his patented slap shot from the wing, and his stick snapped in half. And he comes around the goal and chucks it into the netting. He got a 2-minute minor. Larry Thatcher was livid, and they scored on the ensuing power play. And,
the skate back from the bench at Missouri State wasn't one he wanted to make, and he got an earful for sure.
Trip at the blue line. Or no, it's going to be called offside. Yeah. Well, you know, my eyes are drawn as Terrence Purabot, who went down offside. Oh.
Man can't get the penalty box door shut there.
It was used too much here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, for used more than I think anybody thought was sane.
Face off won by SIUE, firing up and around. Up, down, along the far boards as the Cougars look to extend the lead just a little bit in the closing minute and a half of this game. Up, centering pass, no can do, is now the Maryville Saints try and poke the puck out. Pressure put on now by the Saints as Christian Perry
Bryce.
finds some space. Or is that Bryce Simon? My bad.
Bryce had it caught up in his skate. He looked like a rod hockey player, kind of addressing to the net, just kind of spinning around. Gets, you play bubble hockey out here. You throw the puck in the guy's skates, and you just kind of twist the knob a little bit, attack the net, maybe get something good to happen, and try to throw a puck on net, and almost beat the netminder, but couldn't find the back of the net.
So 9-3 our score here.
The Cougars lead it. Just over a minute to go. About a minute and 9 seconds to go here. Is Maryville Saints will win the face-off. They'll win the draw, and they'll play the puck over into the neutral zone, play it forward, and that'll be intercepted by Kane Henson. Henson plays it up, hook across the blue line, rips a shot on a shot by Trevor Daly off of the near boards. Pushing, shoving going on along the net. Along behind the net. No, off the net. Oh, a step up by Kane Henson off the crossbar and almost out of play. That was a great opportunity by the captain.
The iron unkind to Kane Henson.
And so as clock is running down with 25 seconds left to go, let's take a small detour into three-star land as the Maryville Saints making one last push here. A shot save made by Nasser. No, he's going to dive out of the way. He knows that that's out of the way of the net. So I'm going to go first star, Joe Watson. Second star,
I'd throw Kano down there.
Kane Henson, I'd say, for second star.
Kane Henson has 1, 2, 3 points tonight so far. Yeah. And then I'm going to go out on a limb, say third star, Tyler Smith.
First goal as a D2 player. I think he's earned some limelight in the stars there. Yeah.
I think everybody else has one goal.
He had a couple really nice sequences. He made a goal, maybe not as many points as a couple other guys who have been all over the sheet, but this was a different kind of night. So, nice to see him get that. So we'll give him the nod.
Oh, for sure.
And so that's gonna wrap it up. We will see you guys in mid-February or mid-January. Excuse me. I certainly hope it's not mid-February. We will see you guys in mid-January as we will have the Teddy Bear Toss weekend against the University of Kentucky. Without anything, if everything stays the way it is, that'll be the final broadcast of the season. Except knock on wood, maybe some playoffs. But we'll see about maybe some away streams. Depends on our travel schedule. We'll have to work some stuff out.
That's definitely that Teddy Bear Toss we did. That was the first time we did it last year, and it was absolutely packed here.
Such an incredible event.
Unbelievable. If you're from out of town and you want to make a game, if you can make a weekend of games, that's one you want to go to because it is absolutely phenomenal. Blown away by the amount of attendance that was here, and the city really, the school really embraced it, and it was a sight to see.
Yeah, parents from all over, if you guys are listening, absolutely. If you want to make, one of your son's games, make it that one. That's just a great night, great community thing. I know all my friends will be coming out, so we'll have kind of a packed press booth, we call it here. So, well, without any further ado, I've been Luke.
I'm Casey.
And we'll talk to you guys next time. This is SIUE Cougar Hockey.